We are live, we are live, we are live. I just threw up the registration link. It is all open for everyone to join us who needs or wants help to figure out how the gut can love you up from the inside out. How you can love your guts from the inside out. Right, Max? There's my buddy. Hi, friend. He's going to go check on the street for me. He's going to go see if the mailman's coming. That dog protects me from the mailman every single day. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, he's going to go check. Right on. So listen, my name is Luca. I am your holistic nutrition practitioner, and I'm just jumping on, as I have been every morning for the last little while, to tell you a little bit about what's happening in these circles. The Real Food Redux Part 2 is now launching. What is that? That's like, I don't even know what that means, Luca. This is a Gut Lovin Bootcamp. Yeah, part 2 of this whole program, all 3 parts stand alone. The first one is about stocking your kitchen and how to hit the grocery store. The second part is the information I wish all of my clients had. I wish that I had the guts to actually say, I'm not going to see you as a client unless you take this program. This middle part talks about which foods help, which foods hinder, and why your list of foods you can't tolerate is singular to you and keeps getting longer. That's the kind of stuff we cover. We also cover the kind of questions where if you're like me, you heard about bone broth, you heard about fermented foods, you tried them, and you felt worse. Yeah. We talk about why that might be an issue for you. It may not be an issue for you, perhaps, but it could be. Oh, that's why it's so uncomfortable. Oh, this scarf is the best. So these are the kinds of things we cover in the Real Food Redux, or this part I call the Gut Lovin Bootcamp. We talk about why fats are so nourishing. If you or anyone in your family has a heart disease, cardiovascular type stuff going on, or a history of heart disease, you will have now been told to reduce your cholesterol numbers and to eat vegetable oils. You will then take this class and go, what? This does what? Yeah. Eating vegetable oils is a fairly new invention that we've had, except for avocado oil and coconut oil. Olive oil and coconut oil. Avocado is even fairly recent. So in the history of man, there is not a singular population anywhere, except for the Italians and the tropics, that relied solely on vegetable oils. Nobody was milking the little rape seeds, because that's what's making canola oil. Nobody was milking those to get the juice out of it to cook with. Nobody. First of all, it's a super laborious process. Second of all, it is ridiculously inflammatory, that end result of what those vegetable oils end up looking like. Not olive oil, not coconut oil, and not avocado oil. But the majority of all the other plant-based vegetable oils, they go rancid so fast. They can't handle the processing. So when you send these fats in to get processed, then you have to do all of this chemical manipulation to it. First of all, so that you can extract it. Second of all, so that it's not smelling rancid. So they throw in things like vitamin E. Vitamin E masks the smell of rancidity. Doesn't make it not go rancid. The oils are still rancid. What does rancid do, Luca? It's like straight up eating trans fats. How good are trans fats for you? Have you heard this yet? Do you know this yet? This is the kind of stuff we cover in this Gut Lovin Bootcamp. First video module is all about the fats. Second video module, we get into building your food as medicine toolkit. So we talk about meat stock versus bone broth. We arm you with that knowledge so you're empowered. So you're like, I know how to do this. There's a video on how to make your own stock, why meat stock might be a better option for you, why bone broth will work for some, and how to tell which one is best for you. We get into fermented foods. Who can handle ferments? Who can't? And what do you do when you can't handle ferments? And what if you want to try fermenting? Oh, that's all covered. We're going to do a live session on how to ferment your own dilly carrots. Then we get into why digestion is actually at the root of all of the things. When we're talking about gut health, we talk about the 3 layers at the intestinal layer. So the skin itself, the mucosal barrier, and your microbiome. But more than that, when you're talking gut, you can't just talk about those 3 levels. You have to talk about what happens in the gut, what kind of processes are involved, and why that actually might be the key piece. Max wants to emphasize this. I don't know if you can tell by his barking. There are no children on the street. Thank you, Max. I can translate for you. I get a running commentary on what's happening on my street every morning from my dog. He's the best. Hi, everybody. Okay, so then we get into, digestion. And why digestion is actually the problem. And what's contributing to digestion not working well. All of the vegetarian diets we have been really building up on for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years are actually having a bit of a toll. There's a way to work around it. You can still remain vegetarian, but there are ways to think about preparing your plant-based proteins and why. So we dive into the why. Then we also get into going sprouted or going paleo. So those who would do well to go paleo and why that might be the quickest way out of the gate. And why going sprouted is going to work for others. So it's a choose your own adventure. And I'm going to tell you this, it is all gluten-free. Where there's dairy, there are options to keep it dairy-free. But this is all real food. Here's spoiler alert. This is what you're made from. Yeah, all of your ancestors ate real food. And until 60, 70 years ago, everyone was eating real food, but now we're looking at packaged stuff. We're looking at all of these different ways that our farming has impacted the production of food and the food value, the nutrient value, and why that is impacting things. So this is a super gut loving crash course. And when I say crash course, like we're talking crammed, lots of info, and you get to piece out what you want and what you want to keep. And then we also encourage you to go, that's enough for me. I'm going to come back to it. Go put some pieces in place and then come back to it when you're ready. This is the whole deal. There are worksheets and goal setting. We also have 3 full-hour live Q&As where I'll be answering all the questions. And you guys get to decide what we cover in those classes. It's different every time we do a round of these. So what you get in those full hours is we'll answer all the questions. We'll make it make sense so you're not having to flounder by yourself. And, oh yeah, those recorded video modules I just talked about, which are the how fats are so important, food is medicine toolkit, why digestion is key, and going sprouted or going paleo, those video modules you can watch as often as you want. They're recorded, they're in the package, they get emailed to your inbox on Saturday mornings. You can watch however long you want, however often you want. Okay, that's my deal. Registration's open. Oh yeah, did I say that already? And listen, if registration's going to be slow, I guess I'll throw in some more recipes. Like, even if it's not slow, I throw in extra recipes all the time because I know that's what people want. But you're going to soon find out that the recipes are nice, but it's actually the information you didn't know that you really desperately needed. Recipes are nice, but understanding the why and getting into it is actually the piece you need. Okay. Yeah, listen, registration's open. Our first module comes this Saturday. We're going to extend in the registration up until the following Friday because that first module is actually just goal setting. So it's an easy 20 minutes of setting up your binder, getting things ready for when the content starts to come, and then just setting some goals for what you want out of this program. Through it, you can book in for 15-minute chats that are going to be included in the cost. Guys, this is like a steal of a deal. I don't know if you get this. Yeah, this is the entry point to make your gut work for you. Oh, wait, that's wrong. Your gut has always worked for you. This is the entry point to have you working with your gut, to work alongside your gut, to read those cues your body is sending. Your body is so wise. Your body is so smart. She knows what's going on, and she'll talk. When things aren't working, she's going to talk. So I'm going to ask you, is your body talking to you? Is she using her inside voice? Has she had to use her outside voice so far? That's what it took me. It took me 20 years of having one thing after the other build up and build up and build up that I finally realized, even after I graduated from college, from Canadian School of Natural Nutrition. I didn't even have all the pieces then. It took putting these pieces in place to actually do that gut piece. No supplements, just real food. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Oh yeah, and there's meat stock versus bone broth. And if we have vegetarians and vegans in our group, then we'll talk about the vegetarian version. And we'll talk about why histamine loving folks, or people who have histamine issues, can't handle the vegetarian vegan version. We'll get into it all. We're going to make it make sense, and we're going to make it accessible to everybody. All the recipes are gluten-free. Where there is a dairy, then we give you dairy-free options as well, and how to keep it gut loving the entire time. Okay. You're so nice to join in, and you're so nice to join me on this conversation. Share this video with somebody you think needs this information. Registration is live, open right now. Go put your name on the list. We have a small group this time around, so we're already at more than a quarter full. So I'm just saying, I'd love to see you there. Hit me up if you have any questions, or we could chat to see if this is a good fit for you. I look forward to connecting with you soon. Thanks, friends. Bye.